Hey up, it's Steve from that old Yorkshire geek, and Avatar has passed $1 billion at the worldwide box office. So let's have a look at that news. There it is. This is from Variety. As usual, links in the description. Don't forget, like and subscribe, share the videos, drop a comment, hit the notification bell, follow me on my social medias, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. I'm also on Rumble and Spotify and Anchor.fm and Amazon Play Music, whatever, called podcasts. I would say cosplay. And Google Play podcasts and stuff. The links for those are in the description as well. Well, most of them. Anyway, so here you go. Avatar: The Way of Water hits $1 billion globally, fastest 2022 release to reach the box office milestone. And there's Jake Sully on a big flying fish. I did like it, I must admit. I did like the film. Right, Avatar: The Way of Water has sailed past $1 billion in global ticket in just 14 days, becoming the fastest movie this year to cross the coveted box office milestone. In total, only 3 films released in 2022 managed to surpass the $1 billion mark, a short list that includes Top Gun Maverick, which took 31 days to clear the benchmark, and Jurassic World Dominion, which took more than 4 months to join the club. Both films I actually liked. I did like Jurassic World Dominion, I must admit. Well, it were alright. By comparison, 9 movies released in 2019 surpassed $1 billion worldwide. The Way of Water, remember that's 3 years ago now, isn't it? You know, before the dark times. Anyway, The Way of Water is the fastest to hit the mark since 2021 Spider-Man No Way Home, which took 12 days. Only 6 movies in history have cleared $1 billion in their first 2 weeks of release. James Cameron's long-delayed sequel to Avatar. I wonder if Spider-Man No Way Home did so well, because I know it were good. I did like it, but I know it were good. But if it hit $1 billion so quickly, because 2021, when the world started to open up again, wasn't it? And more theatres were opening up, and people, we've got more freedom back, didn't we? I wonder if that's why. I could be wrong. It could be just because it was a good film. James Cameron's long-delayed sequel to Avatar opened in mid-December with $134 million in North America and $435 million globally, and it's remained a huge draw in the days since its release. But they were hoping for more from China, weren't they? But China's going through its own problems, isn't it? So far, the Disney and 20th century film, Miss Fox, has generated $317.1 million in North America and $712.7 million overseas, bringing its global tally to $1.025 billion. It surpassed Jurassic World Dominion as the second highest-grossing movie of the year, and it's the third highest of the pandemic era. Is that what we're going to call it now? This era now is the pandemic era, where everybody gets a bit of a cold. Avatar 2... Avatar 2 looks to stay strong into the new year, which is necessary to justify its massive price tag. Cameron estimated the $350 million budgeted movie, not including at least $100 million in marketing fees, needs to generate roughly $2 billion to break even, though analysts believe the threshold to profitability is probably closer to $1.5 billion. Yeah, but I think it's that high. The budget is that high, not because, of the film itself, they always are high, but it's setting up the technology and all the stuff for the other films to follow. That's why it's so high, in my opinion. There's a lot riding on The Way of Water, not just because of its huge price tag, but also because it's the first of 3 planned follow-ups in Cameron's otherworldly series. The original Avatar was released in 2009 and stands as the highest-grossing release in history with $2.97 billion worldwide. I agree with Gary Beekler from Nerdrotic. He's just said it actually today on his Nooner, where they should start, when they talk about the biggest box office movies of all time, they should start using the what's the word? Adjusted for inflation. They should use the adjusted for inflation tables, and then you get a completely different list. Not just the amount of dollars. They should use the adjuster for inflation. And then, Gone with the Wind will be at the top. I think that's over 3 billion, way over 3 billion. Anyway, the follow-up film, which arrived on the big screen 13 years later, will struggle to near those heights because the global box office hasn't fully rebounded from the pandemic. And also, it was the first big 3D film of the new, as it was then, 3D era, wasn't it? And James Cameron were pushing that technology. And people went to see it in 3D. I went to see it in 3D. I think I've only seen 2 films in 3D at the cinema. The original Avatar and Rogue One. There you go. Where were we? Let's talk about pandemic. Moreover, China, a major theatrical market, is experiencing a resurgence of the virus. Why did I say that? Jolly, a resurgence. Sorry, is experiencing a resurgence of the virus, and Russia, another big territory, won't have access to the film because Russia's now the big bad guy. Avatar stars Sam Worthington, Zoe Saldana, and Sigourney Weaver return for the sequel, which follows the Sully family as they head underwater to battle the elements and keep the Na'vi safe from humans. Except they don't, do they? Because they should run to the hills or something, live by themselves. Spoilers. They go away from the tribe that they're with, Omaticaya, whatever they call them, because the humans are going to wipe them out, because they're after Sully, the Sully family. So they leave them, and instead of just going somewhere where there's nobody, they go and live with some other Na'vi. Anyway, other cast members include Stephen Lang, Kate Winslet, Eddie Falco, and Jermaine Clement, but you wouldn't know. You wouldn't know. Oh, that's it. So there you go. So Avatar 2 has gone past 1 billion. I think it'll keep doing well. I think people will keep going to see it. Because as I say every time, never count out James Cameron. I don't think it'll match, the original, because it had that novelty element of the new 3D. I mean, this one was supposed to have. I remember when they started talking about it, they were saying it was going to be 3D, but where you didn't need glasses. It was whole new 3D technology where you didn't need the glasses. I suppose it wouldn't be like on a big 3DS or something like that. I don't know, but anyway, we'll leave it there. Avatar 2 is doing okay so far. Anyway, right. So, thanks for watching. And wherever you are, in the universe or on Pandora, look after each other. And until next time, I'll see thee.